Greetings, family. I hope everybody's good. It's Empress D, obviously in nature. Just saying what's up. I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are getting out in nature. It's so nice out. It's so I enjoy it because I'm comfortable. I have my mittens on and boots and warm jacket. Like I'm comfortable. It's so nice out here, and it's nice because nobody's out here. It's just me and nature. Anyway, I hope you guys are taking advantage. I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are taking care of yourself, improving yourself every day. Yeah, I just hope you guys are leveling up, right? I hope you guys are leveling up. I hope you guys are vibrating high. That's what it is. I'm just hoping that you guys are vibrating higher. Each day you're vibrating higher, right? That's what I aim to do every day, is just vibrate higher than I did the day before, right, fam? Yeah, vibrating higher, super, I'm not the only one saying it. I think anybody that's kind of paying attention to what's going on and knows and has been studying themselves kind of recognizes that we have to maintain our vibration. And I think it's obvious because look at what everything in our environment is encouraging us to do. It's to vibrate lower. Everything in our environment seems to be pointing us towards lower vibrational energies and frequencies and emotions, right? And so for me, anytime something is trying to make me do one thing, I have to do the other. That's just, I'm wired that way. I'm wired that way. The other way that I'm wired is that if I'm going to do something that somebody's asking me to do, like I have no problem following guidance that's going to serve me and that makes sense and that's going to better me, my experience and that of the experience of those around me, right? I have no problem maintaining social contracts with others that are for the betterment of all, and that makes sense. Listen, I'm not a anti-rule follower, but what I know about myself is that if I'm going to follow a rule, it has to make sense. And if things have to make sense, and if it doesn't make sense, I don't mind saying, hey, listen, I have a problem with this doesn't make sense to me. You have to make and help me understand how this makes sense. I have no problem doing that. Even as a younger person, I remember anyway. So this has always been the case for me, and so when you look around you, things have to make sense. Like it has to make sense. And right now, I'm having a hard time making sense of what's happening and what's being encouraged and advised and spoken about. As each passing day goes by, I wonder more and more, how are people making sense of this in their mind? And I think I don't have to be specific in terms of what we're talking about. I'm talking about what's happening on the planet. The news that we keep hearing every day. The new Omicron and the cases and the numbers and the vaccinated being diagnosed versus the unvaccinated, and it's time for the booster. And does everybody see what's happening and not see how the guidance and what we are being told, and this is by the mainstream media, if we write down a list, bullet points, if we write down what they're saying, what they're reporting on, what they're advising, and we look at it all, we go down the list of each bullet point, we'll recognize that what they're advising and reporting on is not, it's mismatching all over the place. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't line up. It's not congruent. It's contradictory. And I'm not I'm like everybody has a brain. And everybody, if you actually just take the time to process things, will recognize that it's not adding up. And so I'm just wondering, what is anybody else out there recognizing this? And I oh, hi ducks, they're coming to check me again. What I'm trying to say to you is that if you're not kind of wondering what's going on and starting to question the things that are happening around you, I don't know you have to ask yourself why you're not questioning, because it's a lot of things that are happening around us are kind of suspect. Okay, so family, if you're not kind of questioning what's happening around you, I would really encourage you to do that, because it's time to do that, because things are not adding up, things are not making sense. Okay, that's not even what I wanted to talk about today. I can't it's lost, it's escaped my mind, and it's because we're at a space where we have to be starting to ask questions. First of all, ask a question within yourself. Okay, just have that conversation with yourself regularly. Check in with yourself, and I'm sure if you take the time to do that every day, do it while you're in the shower, while you're while you're driving, maybe turn off the radio, like just regularly check in with yourself and ask yourself, is like, what's happening around me, is it making sense? And I'm sure that if you do, family, you will discover that it's not, right? And once you check in with yourself and you communicate with yourself and you find that, then it's time to check in with others. Check in with those around you. Talk to them. Say, hey, like, what are you feeling about this, that, and the other? We need to start talking. And I think that's what the whole social distancing, keeping us apart, is designed to do. The fear, is designed to keep us from talking about this. I think it's time we start talking about this. Family, it's coming up to the holidays where people communicate a lot. And hopefully they do not shut down our forms of communication. Hey, duckies. They got spooked. They're gone. I don't know what's up. Anyway. Family, I hope that during this season we start to speak to one another and start to say, hey, and the more we communicate and speak, I feel like the more we will start to recognize that, more people will start to recognize that we have to really check what's going on, okay? And check what advice we're following and who we are following advice from, and whether we should be following advice or at all, because we are all sovereign beings capable of making our own decisions. My decision is my decision, and your decision is your decision, because we each have that universal given ability and right to make decisions for ourselves. Sorry, family, I'm just looking up to the sky thinking, good God, and I'm not even realizing. Family, we have to start to communicate with one another. First of all, we should be communicating with ourselves. Secondly, communicating with one another, questioning, asking, checking in, like, please. And then once we start communicating with one another, the more people that communicate, the further the reach, right? We have to start talking about what we're feeling, about what's going on around us, family, okay? Family, that's the message today. I'm not going to continue. I intended to speak about something else, but that will happen for another day. Family, I don't mean to neglect you, because I'm not posting every day. I come out to nature every day. I record most days, but I find that I'm not posting. And it's okay. Like, I just go by universal guidance and flow. Okay? So this is what's up. And and I hope you guys recognize that. Like, I'm certainly, I have to do what I do every day. I'm not doing it for show. I'm doing it because it's my therapy, coming out in nature. So please recognize I am still doing what I say I do. I come out every day. Whether I try to come out in the daytime hours to get my time in nature. If not, I make sure that I go for a walk, right? Just so I get that time outside. Family, I encourage you guys to do it as well. You know, the days are shorter, I know, but even at night, get out for a walk, get some air, be under the stars, or be under that actual the sun, be under something, because you got to get that air, that exposure to something that's natural and real and not artificial and closed in, right? Obviously you breathe when you're inside, but that quality of the air is not the same as when you're outside in nature, right? Anyway, family, take care. I hope you guys are well and taking care of yourself. I really do. And I'm grateful to those of you who take the time to listen to these messages. And I love and I value each and every one of you, family. One love.